So what is a counter? A counter is a sequential circuit just to count the numbers. Okay. Now there are two types of counter: ripple counter and synchronous counter. And what is the difference between ripple counter and synchronous counter? In ripple counter, the output of the flip-flop serves as a source for triggering other flip-flop. Okay. You can see one simple ripple counter where three T flip-flops are there. So these are the flip-flops. Three flip-flops are there. Okay. And where the inputs are always it is 1, and why it is 1? So because already you know the characteristics table of the T flip-flop. If it is 1, then the next state will be a complement of the present state. Okay, so here it is 1, complement of the present state is 1, so 1 of it is 0. Okay, but if it is 0, it carries the same state, it follows the same state, so every time, that's why always it is 1. Now here the output of the flip-flop goes to the triggering part to the next flip-flop. Okay, or output of this flip-flop serve as a source of triggering of the other flip-flop. Now we can say initialization starting with say 0 0 0. Okay, and if it is 1, that and assume it's a, so here this should one, we have to count one pulse or clock. Okay, now assume it's a negative edge flip-flop. That means negative edge means what? If it is 1 to 0, if it is moved from 1 to 0, then it will trigger the flip-flop. Okay, now you can see here, so first clock pulse is there, negative edge clock pulse is there, say pulses are like this. Now in this here, at the time of this particular part, if it is from 1 to 0, okay, so it will change the state of this next stage, so it will change the content of this A2. Okay, so it will move from 0 to 1. Okay, so because it is 1, since it is 1 and we have applied clock pulse, so it will what, the next state will be the complement of the present state is 0. Now it will same as 1, but it will not change, this particular part will not change because it is moved from 0 to 1. Okay, it is from 0 to 1, since the flip-flops are negative edge, not the positive edge flip-flop, hence it will not change the content of the next state of the A2 A1. But when you apply the second clock pulse, now due to this particular time, okay, 1 second, it will move from 1 to 0. When it move from 1 to 0, that means 1 to 0 means what? It will move from 1 to 0 means what? It will create a negative clock pulse. It will create a clock pulse, negative edge clock pulse, or it will feed a negative edge clock pulse to the A1, and hence it will move, it will change states, so it will be 0 to 1. Once again, if you apply another clock pulse, now it will move from 0 to 1, but the content of this will not change because 0 to 1 it's a positive edge, so it will remain as it is. Next clock pulse, it will move from 1 to 0. Since it is from 1 to 0, so it will force second flip-flop to change its state. Now it is 1 to 0. Now since it is another clock pulse and it will fed to the next flip-flop as a trigger, then now it will be what? 0 to 1. Okay, similarly, once next clock pulse, it is 0 to 1. Since it is positive edge, it will not change the content of this flip-flop, and since the state is same, so it will not also change the content of the third flip-flop. But here, if it is 1 to 0, once again it is negative edge flip-flop, so hence it will change the content of this. So now it is 0 to 1, but since it is 0 to 1 positive edge, it will not change the content of the third flip-flop. Okay, and so on. This is what binary counter, ripple binary counter. Now this is what BCD ripple counter. So BCD is what? Binary coded decimal. So it will move from 0 to 9. It will move from 0 to 9 only. So say 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and once again 0. Now you can see the construction here. We have applied ZK flip-flop to construct BCD ripple counter. So Q1, so J and K always are 1. Clear? So Q1 will fit to the next clock pulse as well as the fourth one. Okay, 0 1, so first one, second one, third one, fourth one. And where Q2 will fit to the Q4 as well as ended with the Q8. Okay, the input of J is nothing but output from Q dash of Q8. Okay, the fourth one. Okay, now you can say input of J and K 1 1, and output goes to the trigger of next as a trigger of next flip-flop and the fourth flip-flop. Input of J is nothing but output of K dash, and input of K is always what is 1. Next Q2 goes to the next trigger, next flip-flop trigger, and as to the AND gate. And here all are 1. Here J and K always it is 1. Now Q4 goes to the next J value using the via the AND gates. Okay, and here K always it is 1, and this is what BCD replay counter. So it will count. So it will move from 0 to 9 and circularly. Next we'll talk about the synchronous counter. But what is synchronous counter? So in synchronous counter, clock pulse to all flip-flop simultaneously. So common clock pulse means what? Here you can see here the J, and here we apply the common clock pulse to all circuits. So it's a common clock pulse. Clear? Now initially it is 0 0 0. Okay. Now if you enable this, now it is, if it is 1, if it is 1 means what? Both J and K are 1 1. Both J and K 1 1 means what? It will change state from 0 to 1. Okay. Now if it is 1, but here initially it was 0. So 0 1 means what? It is off condition. So it will off condition means what? It will not change the content of the second bit. So it is keep as it is 0. Clear? And the rest and the remaining AND gates are the off stage. Now if you apply second and still it is enabled, and if you apply second clock pulse, then it will move from 1 to 0. Okay, so if you apply second clock pulse, now it will move from, still it is 1. Okay, enable always it is 1. So it is 1. Now it will move from 1 to 0. Since it was 1, okay, and this one is 1, so both are 1 1. So since both are 1 1, that means what? It will change its states. Now it will 0 to 1. But previously the content of Q is 0. That means it is in off condition. Okay. Since it is off condition, so it will not change the content of this particular state as well as this particular state, because these AND gates are off conditions. In the third clock pulse, so this is the after first clock pulse, after second clock pulse, after third clock pulse, it will move from 0 to 1. Since it is 0 to 1, that means what? Okay, 0 to 1, but now 0, now it is state is in the change of the state is now 1. Okay, so initially it was 0, so 0 to 1, but it will keep as it is because this one is 0. Since it is 0 means what? This is off condition, so keep as it is, keep as it is, keep as it is. Now change the content of this. Now after fourth clock pulse, it will states change. Now it is 0. But since it was 1, so 1 and 1, it is off on condition. If it is on condition means what? Both are 1 1. Now both are 1 1 means what? It will now change the content of this 1 and 0. Since it was 1, now it was 1. Now since it is 1, both are 1 1 means what? It's on condition. If it is on condition means what? We apply same 1 1 here. We apply same 1 1 here. That means now change the content of 0. Now it is 0 to 1. And previously it was 0, so it is off condition means what? Keep as it is this particular value. So this is the working principle of synchronous counter. Now you can see here this is up down counter. Okay, so using T flip-flop we have used up down counter. Now if you enable the up counter, up part, so it will increase the content of the counter. Initially it is a 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. Okay, now you can see the content of this particular. So T flip-flops are there. Okay, and that goes to Q1 goes to the AND gate. Okay, as well as and q1 dash goes to this particular AND gate. Okay, and both are ORed with this particular OR. Now it is T. Now for this particular AND gate, so it is the input is from the up as well as from Q2, and for this particular AND gate from down as well as Q2 dash, and so on. So if down is enabled, that means what? It will move the upward direction. So if it is say 8, now it will be 7, then 6, then 5, and so on. Okay, and that is the end of this video. Thank you very much.